Why hybrids are beating EVs in the US? Have you ever thought about why, despite all the talk about electric cars, many Americans still choose hybrid cars? In this video, we'll look at the surprising reasons why hybrids are selling faster than electric vehicles in the US market. We'll learn about customer tastes, problems with infrastructure, and more. Do not leave until you have read why the hybrid might be the best car for you right now. In the fast-developing field of automobile technology, hybrid vehicles and electric vehicles, EVs, are engaged in a strong battle with one another. Hybrids are now beating electric vehicles, EVs, in the market in the United States, despite the fact that EVs have a lot of potential and promise. An investigation of the variables that have led to this tendency is presented in this video. Some of the elements that are investigated include consumer preferences, infrastructure, costs, and technology improvements, the preferences of customers and their driving patterns. The fact that hybrids are more in line with the preferences and routines of drivers in the United States is one of the key reasons why they are now outperforming electric vehicles. It is common for drivers in the United States to have lengthy commutes and to travel substantial distances for both work and leisure purposes. The combination of an internal combustion engine and an electric motor results in hybrid vehicles that offer the advantages of both types of engines, increased fuel efficiency, and the versatility of a gasoline engine, which allows for a greater range. This dual capability alleviates range anxiety, which is a prevalent issue among prospective owners of electric vehicles who are concerned about operating their vehicles without access to a charging station and running out of battery juice. On the other hand, pure electric vehicles continue to struggle with range restrictions despite the fact that battery technology has advanced. When it comes to making a purchase decision, the psychological confidence that comes from knowing that a gas station is always close by is an important one. Furthermore, the amount of time that is required to recharge an electric car, even when fast-charging alternatives are available, is sometimes seen to be less convenient when compared to the speed with which a hybrid or conventional gasoline vehicle may be refueled. Infrastructure obstacles and challenges. Even though it is growing, the infrastructure in the United States for electric vehicles is not yet as solid as it needs to be in order to facilitate widespread adoption. The availability of public charging stations is not yet widespread, and the availability of fast charging stations is much more restricted. The possibility of having an electric vehicle is greatly reduced for people who live in apartments and who do not have access to charging stations at their homes. The hybrids, on the other hand, do not experience these problems either. The fact that they can be refueled at any gas station makes them a more practical option for a lot of people in the United States. It is likely that hybrids will continue to keep their competitive advantage until the infrastructure for charging it becomes as convenient and widespread as gas stations. Factors related to the cost. The decision to purchase an automobile is heavily influenced by the cost of the vehicle. On average, electric vehicles, EVs, continue to be more expensive than hybrids despite the fact that their prices have been lowering. Even when taking into account the lower running expenses of electric vehicles over time, the initial purchase price of a vehicle might be a significant barrier for people who are considering purchasing one. The expense of replacing an electric vehicle's battery, which can amount to thousands of dollars, is another factor that prospective purchasers are concerned about. Although there has been an increase in the longevity of batteries, the idea that replacement costs are expensive continues to be a barrier. When it comes to the price of replacing batteries, hybrid vehicles, which are powered by both gasoline and electricity, do not confront the same level of anxiety that conventional vehicles have. Policies and incentives offered by the government. The adoption of new technology is significantly influenced by the incentives provided by the government. Although both hybrids and electric vehicles, EVs, are eligible for federal and state incentives, the incentives for electric vehicles, EVs, are typically considered to be more considerable. Customers, on the other hand, may find it difficult to understand these incentives due to their complexity and variety. For instance, the federal tax credit for electric vehicles, EVs, eventually expires when a manufacturer has sold a predetermined quantity of vehicles that meet the requirements. This has already occurred for well-known companies such as Tesla and General Motors. On the other hand, hybrids typically feature incentives that are less complicated and more predictable, which makes them more appealing to a wider audience. The development of new technologies and their dependability. The popularity of hybrid technology can be attributed, in part, to its dependability and extensive track record of success. Hybrid vehicles have been available for purchase for more than 20 years, and models such as the Toyota Prius have consistently demonstrated their reliability and performance to consumers. In general, consumers feel more at ease with technology that has been tested and verified over the course of significant amounts of time. At the same time that electric vehicle technology is advancing at a quick pace, some consumers still consider it to be more recent and less reliable. Hybrids may be a more tempting option for consumers who are concerned about the long-term viability of electric vehicles, batteries that degrade over time, and charging times. The effects on the environment. Although electric vehicles and hybrids both have positive effects on the environment in comparison to conventional gasoline-powered automobiles, the differences in their impacts can play a role in the consumer's decision. Despite the fact that hybrids do not necessitate the considerable lifestyle adjustments that are involved with electric vehicle ownership, they offer significant savings in both fuel usage and emissions. Those consumers who are concerned about the environment but are not yet prepared to make the commitment to living an entirely electric lifestyle can find a practical solution in hybrid vehicles. Additionally, the production of electric vehicle batteries, which requires the mining of rare earth metals, has given rise to concerns regarding the environment as well as ethical issues. Some customers may consider hybrids to be a more environmentally responsible choice because they have batteries that are smaller than traditional models. The period of transition and the adaptation of the market. The current market for automobiles can be interpreted as a moment of transition, during which hybrid vehicles fulfill the role of a bridge to complete electrification. There is a widespread perception among consumers and manufacturers that hybrids serve as a transitional phase, enabling the market and infrastructure to gradually adjust to the eventual dominance of electric vehicles. Additionally, it is simpler for manufacturers to include hybrids into their existing portfolio in comparison to electric vehicles, which frequently call for the development of totally new platforms and supply chains. To the advantage of consumers, this gradual transition allows them to become accustomed to hybrid technology before making the transition to fully electric vehicles. Marketing and the loyalty of customers. There are a number of factors that contribute to the success of hybrids, including brand loyalty and successful marketing campaigns. With hybrid vehicles such as the Prius and Camry hybrid, companies such as Toyota have garnered a remarkable reputation for the hybrid technology that they have developed. This loyalty to the brand, along with the perception of reliability and quality, can have a significant impact on the decisions that consumers make. Newer electric vehicle manufacturers, on the other hand, are inventive. Nevertheless, they do not have the established reputation and consumer trust that older automobile manufacturers have built up over the course of decades. Consumers may become more cautious to switch to electric vehicles, EVs, from companies that they are less familiar with as a result. There are a variety of factors that contribute to hybrids' present dominance over electric vehicles in the United States. The popularity of hybrid vehicles can be attributed to a number of factors, including consumer desires for extended range and quick recharging, the current condition of infrastructure, cost concerns, government incentives, technological reliability, environmental impact, market transition dynamics, and good marketing. In spite of the fact that electric vehicles, EVs, are the future of automotive technology due to their capacity to produce zero emissions and the breakthroughs that have been made in battery technology, hybrids offer a solution that is both practical and immediate, and it is in line with the tastes and requirements of many drivers in the United States. The balance may shift in favor of electric vehicles, EVs, when infrastructure begins to develop and costs begin to reduce. Nonetheless, hybrids continue to be an appealing alternative in the automobile market in the United States. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated with the latest in automotive trends and technology, make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching.